Australia has a very rich history of beer brewing. It's known for its distinctive and unique flavours. Some of the popular Australian beers are the Pale Ale, the Stout and the Lager. Guys, welcome to this episode of Hometown Heroes, where we're going to be sitting down with Bailey Brewing here in the heart of the Swan Valley. So Bailey Brewing, let's get to know each other. Tony, thanks for being on the show.
Yeah, thank you for inviting us.
That's all good. Tony, we'd love to, obviously, what you've established here and what you've created here, the community, as well as the service that you provide to the customers here of the Swan Valley, as well as other suburbs. Take us back to a bit of the history behind the scenes and a bit of a down memory lane as to how this all eventuated.
Yeah, well, the owners, Jeff, Steve and Dan Bailey. Jeff's the dad and Steve and Dan are the two boys. Yeah. They like their beer. They like big family orientated people, and just sitting around, they thought, we'd like to have a pub or a brewery that is family friendly, that ticks all the right, hits all the right buttons with regard to family friendly, TVs, watch the footy, good beer, good food, kids running around and enjoying themselves. So that was the whole idea of it, and then this block came up a number of years ago, so we ended up buying the block and designing what we've got here today.
So Swan Valley was originally on the
earmarked
as a location?
Looked at other places, but just the location was very good. The Swan Valley was very, it was a little bit underdone, we believe, in tourist attractions and family-friendly venues. So we thought, well, this is the right spot to do it. There's some really good venues out here now, and there was before we started. And there's a number of them out there now, and we've come along. We've been here, nearly 2.5 years now. Yeah. But the slab went down 3.5, 4 years ago. Yeah. And we think we've built something quite unique, and we've got a lot of customers coming here regularly, which is good.
I know what adds to the essence of this place is the history of this place as well. So talk to us about Toppy and the relationship there. And
well, when we came on board and bought the block, the previous owners actually had a lot of tools in a sea container, and we said, well, what are these? Whose are these? And the previous owner gave them to us, and they were Toppy gears. And Toppy was back in I think '78 he bought the block, and he used to work for the railways at Midland, and then he set up a bit of a honey shop, and he had some beehives out the back, and set up some honey shop out in one of the sheds. So we saw all the tools, and when we did our initial marketing, we thought, well, let's give a bit of homage to Toppy and the Swan Valley and the region, and a lot of our marketing and our branding is around Toppy gear and all the tools, and you'll see that on some of the videos. So we keep Toppy in the forefront of our minds and local history, and our branding's really put around Toppy and the tools and the beehives and the like. So
I think what makes you guys unique from all the other places is you got a bit of artistic kind of flair as well. You got the cars up there positioned. So it just gives that kind of family vibe. Talk to me about the family kind of atmosphere that you've created here.
Yeah, well, we believe that, if the kids are happy, mum and dad can relax a little bit, let their hair down, enjoy good food, have a beer or a cocktail or a soft drink or whatever they need. The trucks were on site here, so we sent them away to an organisation to do them up. So we've got as you'll see in the footage, we've got the slide and the sand pit, flying fox. So I like it because you've got kids out there, they're running amok. They're not at their parents' side going, I'm hungry, what do we do? Give me a colouring and pencil. They're out and about. We've got a big oval as well, so we put footy goals up as well. The kids can run amok, and hopefully they can go home at night and straight to bed because they're tired. So we've run them ragged.
Especially this period, because school holidays.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, so busy. We're busy as. Yeah. So our restaurants are usually booked out 2 or 3 weeks in advance on weekends. So Saturdays and Sundays is hard to get in here because we're limited, obviously, by liquor licensing. So it's quite successful, and 2.5 years we're still going strong, which is great.
Because it's not just a restaurant or a brewery. You've got picturesque kind of landscape where you've had weddings here or receptions here, and so it just caters to all facets of every kind of relationship, whether you're family or whether you're growing into a relationship with the
getting married. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, we've got a big wedding arbour as well, and we spent quite a bit of time designing the grounds and the landscape, and the wedding arbour is quite nicely hidden. So people, we'd take them on a tour, and we'll go for a tour later, and you'll walk into the wedding arbour and go, gee, I didn't know this was here. And then you've got the oval. So we cater for weddings, we cater for events, we have corporate stuff. So upstairs here in the mezzanine where we are now, we have a lot of conferences and the like. So we cater for as many people as we can. Just different events. We have in the valley, we'll do long table lunches and dinners in the marquee. We'll do kids' activities, a lot of face painting, whatever the community wants and needs, we try and cater for. So
Perfect. Let's go into something more personal. Let's go into your role as a GM here. So what is that? What is a day to day for you and your position here running Bailey's Brewing?
My role, I've got a really good team. I've got a sensational team that've been with us from day one, just about. And we put this thing together from day one. The design, how we wanted it run, how the customers are basically served and serviced. My role's overseeing the lot. So my role's overseeing it and giving a little bit of direction to the staff. So I've got Jade, who's our General Manager of Food and Beverage, and Alan, our Executive Chef, and Aaliyah's our Marketing Manager. So all of those guys just work really closely together to put on the best events, the best food, the best service, and our casual staff and our full-time staff. They're the lifeline of our business. So my job's easy. They're the ones that do the hard yard, and without them we wouldn't have a business. So they're the key.
Running an operation like this obviously requires culture and that kind of the kind of personalized characteristics everyone brings to the team. So how do you foster that, and how do you maintain that?
Well, I'm reasonably hands-on with regard to interaction with the team. The team notice that every morning I'll go into the kitchen and say hello to the chefs. We'll sometimes have 13 chefs on in the kitchen.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And every morning I'll come in and say hello to the chefs. To all the staff, if I'm wandering around, I'll say hello, know them all by their name. We've got 120 staff.
Oh, wow.
So, when I go home at night, it could be 4 o'clock in the afternoon, it could be 9 o'clock at night. Always go into the kitchen, say goodnight to the chefs, say goodnight to the staff, and it's bringing the staff along for the ride and having that personal interaction with the staff. So and the culture's quite good. We look after our staff quite well. We have a couple of functions each year with regard to looking after the staff. So we'll take all the casuals out onto the oval and play, put some games on, and we'll bring a couple of food trucks in, and Christmas time we give them a hamper and some prawns and some beer, and if they're over 18, we really look after them, because as I said, they're the key to our business. If our business, if we didn't have them, we wouldn't have a business. So,
I know you've got other projects as well, being the CEO of the Bailey Group.
CEO Bailey Group. My role's as CEO of Bailey Group of companies. So we've got Zam Coffee Roasting. So we roast our own coffee beans here, which we sell to ourselves. So all our coffee is hand roasted. We've also got a coffee van, and we're just about to go live to sell our coffee externally to other organisations, which is quite exciting. We've got a distillery company that we're looking at kicking off, so Bales Distillery. So that's probably another year away from being finalised. And we've got a couple of things happening in the city. So there's a restaurant and a bar that I can't talk about too much, but it's hopefully when this goes live you'll see us. So you'll see something like Bailey on the Terrace maybe, which would be very good. So,
in the heart of the city.
Yes, so quite exciting times for the Bailey Group, and what we've got planned for the future.
Just want to bring it back to hometown Swan Valley, which is the heart of the show. What are your thoughts on Swan Valley, and how has the essence of the Swan Valley kind of incorporated in your business here?
Yeah, well, we're very community minded, and you know, we get on well with all of the businesses like Justin and the Henley Brook across the road, and Kieran and at Duckstein, and the guys at Valley Social, and the guys at MASH and Mandoon. So we got on quite well with all of those guys because, you know, we're a tourist destination. I think we're the unknown tourist destination. A lot of people want to go down south and go to Margaret River, which is a great spot, and Dunsborough and Busselton, but you know, we're right on the city's doorstep, and we've got a lot to offer. You know, it's
like a best kept secret.
It is. You know, we've got the House of Honey as well. So there's honey. There's Mondo's over the other side, and
it's got wineries.
Wineries, breweries, the whole lot. You know, the guys at Funk. You know, we regularly at their place. They're at our place, and we're always keen to share stories and ideas and that sort of stuff. So, you know, we're a fairly small community in the valley, but you know, it's all about bringing people to the valley, and you know, we're only 20 minutes from the city, so which is sensational. 25 minutes, and yeah, it's great. So come to the valley.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I've got a couple more questions, and these are just the fire questions, just to wrap it up.
Yep.
Tony, your best business advice you've ever been given?
Best business advice is looking after your staff.
Yeah.
I think for mine is looking after your staff, and also being calm and collective. You know, over the years, you know, I'm getting on a bit now. Over the years, I've learned to be a little bit calmer, just listen to what they're saying, and employ people that want to come along for the ride. And you know, I don't employ people that are yes people. I want them to challenge me. I want them to say, Tony, I don't think we should go that direction. We should do this. You know, I'd like a challenge, and let's work through it. But yeah, staff, looking after your staff is number one, I think.
Awesome. Worst business advice?
Oh, well, yeah, that's a tough one. You didn't write that one down. Worst business advice.
The worst business advice you've ever been given?
Yeah. I'll come back to that one.
Okay.
Oh yeah, give us some thought. Yeah.
And just say, if you were go back to when you were building this, knowing what you know now, and the whole planning of this place, and what would you tell yourself then, or what would you tell the team back then, knowing what you know now, at the development of this place here?
Yeah, I don't think we would change much from when we started. You know, we had aspirations at the time of table service, complete table service, but because of the size of the venue, it just doesn't work as a complete table service. So, you know, we've got new technology now where the customers can tap.
Yeah.
We'll still bring the food to them, we'll still bring the beer to them, but going to their table to service them, it's quite tough at just the size of the venue. So, yeah, we tried that when we started, but then realised that, you know, when we get a few hundred people in there at once, you need a few hundred staff to service them all at the same time and keep them all happy. So, but yeah, we get a lot of great feedback from our customers on the service, the customers how they, the staff how they smile, and once again, I think you said it earlier, it's culture. It's the culture of the business, and our staff are just sensational. So, yeah.
Tony, just for our audience out there, where can they get more information on you guys, and opening times and services as well? Yeah,
well, the website, baileybrewingco.com.au. We're on Instagram and Facebook and LinkedIn as well, so all that information is there. My recommendation is to book, jump online and book, because, you know, on a weekend, as I said, we're at capacity, and whilst we've got a lot of land here, we could fit more people in, but we're governed by liquor licensing laws, and we're allowed to have so many people on site, and we stick to that. So go online, book. A lot of information via our website and our electronic direct mails. We've got a lot of stuff happening. We've got a big Mother's Day event coming up. I think we released it yesterday, and we're probably 25% sold within a day, basically, of a big event. So. Father's Day, we have big events. We just had a massive event on Easter where we had at capacity just about all days. And
what is capacity here?
Well, it's 245 people at any one time.
Yeah.
So and that includes little ones as well. So the Liquor Licensing Act is interesting, where if they're 2 years old, they're still counted as one person. So if we had 240 kids and one adult. there wouldn't be much beer being drunk. So,
Yeah.
But kids would be having a ball, and we do. We get a lot of people coming in to have food and beverages, and then the kids just run amok, which is great. And we love just to see that family stuff. Yeah, kids running around, falling over onto the grass, or kicking a footy, or playing on the playground is just sensational. That's what we want. And that's what we built it for. For us, it's about having a really good family environment that the families can come, people can let their hair down, parents can relax, and away they go. Yep.
I've got kids myself, Tony. We come here quite regularly, so you're doing us a huge favour.
Oh, good.
Draining the battery.
Draining the battery of the kids.
Yeah,
Good. It drains my battery too sometimes. So I go home and sleep well as well. So.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. Well, guys, everything with in regards to Bailey Brewing will be on the links below. But today, Tony, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you. Thank you for coming out to see us, and come anytime.
Hey guys, we're here with the executive chef of Bailey Brewing, and really just the magic, the engine room of where everything is created. This is Alan. Alan,
Hi.
thanks for being on the show.
My first job is in Dubai. Worked there for the Fairmont Hotel, which is great. The next opportunity I got was in London, so I went to London, and then I got the opportunity to come to Perth.
Oh, wow.
I thought I was just going to be a stepping stone, but then I stayed here forever.
So what year were you in Dubai?
I was in Dubai, yeah.
What year?
2002.
2002?
Yeah, so I worked there for 4 years,
Okay.
and then it took me to London. So I worked in a Michelin star restaurant there, which was great, and got some valuable experience.
Yeah.
And then when I came here, it was just easy.
Yeah. So Perth was already #1 on your list to come?
It was a stepping stone, but I knew a chef who I worked in Dubai with me, and he wanted me to come and help him out.
Yeah.
And no, it was great then. And then I just stayed. Just a lovely place to stay.
Yeah, yeah. So what's attracted you to specifically Bailey Brewing?
When I came here, it was the venue itself.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a beautiful venue. I remember having a meal here and just looking around, and it was just great. It was just great grounds, great beer, and the food was good.
Yeah.
And I decided to apply, and I got the job.
Yeah.
So that was great. And we've taken it further from there, from when we started. So it's great.
The process that you go to for adding the whatever food to the menu. Talk to me about that. What's your process there?
Oh, I mean, we do have to follow the classics that we do already, like the parmies and the burgers and all that. But then we also have to look at the demographics around here, and we got a lot of Indian communities and a lot of different style of communities here.
Yeah.
So we try and incorporate all the pastas in there, and like some of Indian food. We have a curry on the menu, which is staple. We got some pizzas. Kids love that. We incorporate. I mean, we've expanded our kids menu to feed more kids because we do have a massive playground. So it helps a lot to feed a lot of people, and then on the weekends we can see by the numbers we do that it is working.
Yeah. And you guys cater to weddings as well?
We do weddings.
So let's go into
that's a different ball game to the restaurant, but the weddings are a different thing. It's more upmarket food. The work that goes into it. It takes 3 days to prep.
Wow.
It takes a lot of effort to do it, but the customers expect that.
Yeah.
So we do weddings from canapes to sit downs. We have a good, beautiful ceremony place out there. So it's been good. I think we were highly recommended in one of the awards. So. For the weddings too, but we've got a wedding crew that does that too in the kitchen, and they do a good job.
And you're the head of the operation.
I am head of operation, back of house. Yeah.
For the audience out there who's watching this, Alan, what is a #1 dish in the restaurant that they need to try when they come to Bailey's Brewing?
I think they should try the chili prawns. A lot of people have loved that. It's just very simple dish to do. When we cook it's pan-fried prawns with some really homemade chili nap sauce that we make, and with some sourdough bread, or with the baker's brew bread that we serve with it. That's nice. But then the staple of burgers and parmies are always classic, and we sell a lot of that. Our pizzas are not bad either. And we do breakfast on weekends. And last year we did win the Gold Plate Award for the best breakfast.
For the best breakfast.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that was good.
So the chili
prawns definitely come in that.
Chili prawns, guys.
Yeah, and then come try the parmies and the chicken wings that we do. Okay. We sell a lot of that. I mean, just gone last weekend, we bought around 300 kilos of chicken wings just for the weekend.
Wow. Okay. Well, there you go. Challenge accepted.
Yep.
With one more question. Away from here, Alan, what do you do to wind down?
I do have 3 kids, so they keep me busy. So I don't think it's winding up. It's always good to see them and spend time with them. Yeah. Family time is always important. I did get a holiday just recently, so that was a good wind down for me.
Yeah.
But besides that, we are, as a chef, I'm pretty sure every chef is always switched on. We are always working. There's always, if I'm not at work, I'm thinking of work. It's just nature, chef's nature. So.
I got actually, just one more question, just a bonus question. Obviously, being here in the Swan Valley, what are your thoughts on the Swan Valley as a suburban?
I think it's a growing place where there's just so many construction going on, so it's bringing a lot of people in. There is a good offering around here too, and everyone's busy. It's not just us, but it is, everyone has their own standpoints, and we have our own with our beers and our food and the weddings we do. But it's just growing this part of the region, and you got some good wineries. There's some good breweries down the road. So look, everyone's doing well, I think.
Yeah, perfect. Well, Alan, thank you so much.
Yes, thank you.
Jade, welcome.
Thank you. I was brought on as the assistant GM probably 2.5 years ago. We were planning this amazing venue back in an office back in Canning Vale. We had all these ideas about how we thought we were going to run a venue out in the Swan Valley.
Okay.
None of us really knew what the demographic of people were going to be out here. And then we moved in, and we changed a lot. We had to adapt to the environment and what our customers want here.
Yeah.
And it's been a really amazing journey, and we've seen the venue come full circle, and it's just been fantastic. It's been really rewarding, and it's been non-stop, really.
And what's your role specifically day to day? What do you do here?
Yeah, so I look after basically the everyday operations of the venue, to the staffing, to creation of the menu with Alan, our chef, and the wines, and everyday operations, pretty much. Yeah.
Because I spoke to Alan, and he gave me his recommendation. What is your recommendation for those who are watching, on what they should try?
I think you've got to try the chicken wings.
Okay.
You can't go wrong to a plate of chicken wings and a beers.
Yeah,
so
okay.
I definitely think.
Highly recommend.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on Swan Valley?
Swan Valley. I think it's untapped. I think there's so much potential out here. I would love to see a couple more breweries pop up and a couple more wineries to attract more visitors actually into the region.
Yeah.
I think it's just an amazing place. Yeah. This is one of our biggest function spaces that we hire out in the venue. It seats 150 people seated, 200 people cocktail. We've got beautiful polished concrete flooring, fully air conditioned. We've got a private bar in here, and we basically sell this as a blank canvas for people that want to book any type of function at all. We've also got a fully audio system that's that they can use, and this is also one of our spaces that people have their sit-down ceremony receptions for their weddings.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
So currently this is set for 30th, you mentioned?
Correct, yeah, we've got a 30th on tonight. I think it's about 120 people, so they just wanted basically simple setup,
I think the centerpiece that we need to address is this kegerator.
Yes,
So let's talk to me about that. Let's go check that out.
Well, this kegerator is a purpose-built kegerator for us. It's got 8 taps, which we needed 8 taps, obviously, because we've got 8 of our core beers that we needed on tap at all times. It's portable. We can take it to external events. And we often transport it actually out to our big grassed oval out there, where we set up an outdoor bar for the weekend on long weekends and that. And it's got solar. It's
solar even.
It's even got solar. So
fully kitted out.
It is. We don't need to power it up.
Yeah. Perfect. Okay, so guys, if you are looking for anything mobile to fuel up as it relates to alcohol, kegerator. Now, the other functions, probably the most important ones during the summer, weddings. Now,
weddings, yes.
Now, the arbor, is that correct?
That's right. We've got an amazing space out the grassed area called the arbor, and that's where people have their beautiful ceremonies. So we'll go check it out.
Talk to me about this place.
Well, this is our ceremony spot. We call it the arbor. It's the most beautiful place that we've actually seen grow as well the last 2 years. Obviously, everything was planted, and it was all quite small in the beginning, and we were worried that it wasn't going to feel really nicely enclosed. Because we wanted that really nice, unique space where people come and feel that they're actually it doesn't feel like the main venue.
No, it's separated and it's exclusive.
That's it, yeah. And now the trees have come over and the shrubs around it have really, built up beautifully. So just had 14 weeks of weddings straight.
14 weeks of weddings.
So our wedding coordinator has just jumped on and she's just been amazing. So yeah, we've just come off 14 weeks straight, and we've had some of those weekends we've been back to back as well. So it's been a huge learning curve for us of how we prepare for something like that as well.
And how many can you probably fit in here?
Oh, I reckon probably a good. We've had a little mini event out here with some live music in the summer months as well, where people bring their picnic blankets and that, and we've had about 200 out here.
So you can have obviously bands here as well.
That's it. Yes, come and have a relax.
Have you got audio out here?
We do, yeah. So we have an audio system over here that we plug in.
I can see a lot of love.
Yes, a
in this
lot
place.
of love. A lot of love, yeah. So we're excited. Hopefully, it really has. It honestly, it started so low, all these bushes and that. Now it's really come up, and it's just looking beautiful now.
Okay, so originally I started out as a home brewer like some brewers, and progressed into full-time brewing, or part-time brewing, then full-time at Elmar's and MASH and South Perth, and then I wound up here about 3 years ago.
Gotcha. And your day-to-day operations, what's your role specifically here?
Overseeing the brewing operations, production of beer, and cellaring and packaging.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Let's go into a little bit about that. So would you say overseeing? What are you overseeing?
Oh, actually, most of the time I'm doing the brewing.
Yeah.
Doing packaging and cellaring, transferring beer. Very hands-on role.
Yeah. So what about the process then of brewing? Because for those in the audience who, they get the after of just tasting it. But obviously there's a lot of work, there's a lot of prep going into it. So
sure is, yeah.
Talk to me about that process.
Okay, so outside we've got a silo. So we start from the silo and then everything gets transferred in here, and we make the beer in here. On the day we make it, it'll end up in the fermenter. Yeah. And a few weeks later we can process it, filter it into bright tanks. And they come straight through to the bar with our delicious beer.
Yeah.
Yep.
And what are your top three?
I'd have to say limited release light lager, of course.
Yeah.
It is a delicious beer, very clean and very refreshing. Definitely draft, and also red ale.
Yeah, perfect. And obviously we've got a tasting section here.
Yep, so we have tasting paddles available from the bar, and you can choose four different beers, and you get some popcorn to cleanse your palate. Yeah. And once you've had your tasting paddle, you decide which one you like, and you have a big one or a small one, or another tasting paddle.
Yeah, this is quite popular.
Yep.
Yeah. Anything else that you want to share with the audience out there as it relates to obviously your craft and your expertise in your area of field?
Yeah, I guess some of our lagers are aged quite a fair amount of time. We've got the serving tanks there, which some lagers that are in for 10 plus weeks, which allows a lot of mature flavours to develop, and it gives the customer a better all-round experience with the beer. Definitely tastes better after that amount of time, and yeah. Is
that right?
Yeah.
And your overall experience of the Swan Valley as a suburb here in Perth?
I've lived out here for nearly 20 years, and I love the Swan Valley. I love coming here first thing in the morning or on the weekends. Not just here, but I love the area, the people, all the businesses out here are very cooperative and friendly. Hopefully I can stay here forever. Yeah. Till I retire.
And that concludes our episode here at Bailey Brewing. I want to thank Tony and the team for having us. Be sure to like and subscribe so we can continue to put the spotlight on the businesses we love. That is us for now. We'll see you on the next episode.